got, wow, it's a big room, there's a lot of people. Nice.
We got a couple thousand people in here, actually, which is pretty wild.
I can still carry you.
We have been on this tour that you might be aware of, the Four Hobbits. We have not been sharing space together in this way for maybe 10 years. And as we come to the end of this here in Toronto tonight, it's sort of a special event for us, we realize that we are on the eve of a new journey into Middle-earth that starts on Monday. And we just wanted to acknowledge that there's a whole host of people, cast, creative teams, and folks who have poured their hearts out for, you know, an exploration in Tolkien's world that will continue, that we're all so excited to see. And so we just wanted to tip our hats to them on the eve of that new journey for them.
We have to thank Dom and Elijah, really.
You're welcome.
Because I think they at the start realised what it was going to be, that it was something special. So they organised every city we go to, we have to go to a fun restaurant.
Yes.
On the Friday night, we have to do this, we have to do that, and I'm so glad that they did, because we have spent some brilliant time together, like as the four of us, and then being able to take that into these floors and meet all you guys and see what Lord of the Rings still means it has been the most wonderful year and most wonderful trip that I can remember for a long time, so thank you very much. It's my birthday tomorrow, so...
We know.
I thought I forgot to mention to anyone. I'm so surprised. And they paid for my dinner.
It's not cheap.
And as a Scotsman, that is fantastic.
Dom may have let it spill earlier in your panel that you got a little tipsy last night.
I did. Well, it was my birthday, so I don't care. I said it comes in pints. That was a problem because it was vodka.
I said in my Q&A, it's my favourite version of Billy, and it's a very specific type of Billy, and it is a Billy that is tipsy when everyone else is sober. So the three of us showed up. Billy had been spending some time with his family, had a couple of drinks, and also, because Elijah and I arrived a little late on our plane, we got there, the reservation was 8:45, we got there around about 9:15, 9:20. So Billy had then, and Sean had an extra drink. So we show up, Billy's got this little look in his eye. And I was like, I know what this night's gonna be. And he was on fire last night. We stayed for probably an extra hour just because Billy was killing it.
So great. Whereas I think there's no discernible difference between him blotto drunk and as he is now. People come up in the autograph line and talk to you, and you can tell that one person is the kind of dominant person in the relationship, and they're like, this person is my Sam, you know, always kind of, not like Bette Midler, like in my shadow, but like always there for me and supportive. And it's occurred to me late that like, it took you to switch sometimes. You know?
You could make a strong argument to say at the start of Rings, with the relationship between Merry and Pippin, that certainly Merry thinks that he's kind of taking care of Pippin. They're obviously peers and friends, but Merry kind of thinks, well, you know, in case Pippin does something wrong, or if he gets lost, or if he makes another mistake, I'll be here to take care of him type thing. That's certainly what Merry thinks, and I think at the start of the film, maybe that's happening more often than not. But by the end of the third film, Merry's on the battlefield, probably going to die, if Pippin doesn't show up as a grown adult and save him. And that's an amazing moment in two of those characters, because they just have switched roles, you know. Pippin's like, I've come to take care of you. Merry's all over the place, he's in a real mess. And they go away. And in that one scene, you know, a great thing that Pete did, he was able to say, these characters start like this, and they've completely shifted roles. I think that's a really simple way to show that journey for the two of them, certainly for Merry.
There's a scene in the woods when they first leave the Shire. He's like, look, Mr. Ford, it's the elves, you know, and they're leaving, and so, but he loves to see them, or the Oliphants. He loves to see the Oliphants, or whatever. But he's like, we've done that now. It's time to go home.
What do you mean?
Save room for the end.
I was right in Middle Earth there. I put myself back there, and I was just someone reminded me of a part that I'd kind of forgotten about when Merry and Pippin meet Treebeard, and Pippin says, "Well, we've got the Shire," and Merry says, "Well, we might not. You know, the Shire might be gone." And I think that's the moment when Pippin thinks, "Well, we can, like Sam, like we can always go back. We can always go back home." And I think it's when he realises, oh, shit, there might not be a home.
There was a scene that we never filmed, which I thought would have been a really amazing moment in Pippin's story. We pitched it to Pete, and eventually we didn't film it. But it would have been lovely, where most of the hobbits are sleeping. There's a campfire. Aragorn comes back at night with a deer that he's killed. That he's probably going to fill it, and we're going to have for breakfast in the morning. And Pippin kind of rouses out of his sleep and comes over to Aragorn and just very gently, but for quite a long time, farts.
Just as smooth. As Aragorn's just looking out
I think the question had to do with character changing. And that's sort of a stasis.
Shows a change in his anus.
His ability to see Gollum as human and recognizing Smeagol, like seeing Smeagol in him. Now granted, that was also because he himself was an addict, in a way, right? So he was succumbing to the ring and understood that this creature too had succumbed to the ring, and it had degraded this creature to what he became, and understanding that. And of course it became an incredibly codependent, complicated, fucked up relationship. But prior
I warned him.
That's a beautiful thing, and it marks a really specific part of Frodo's path, and of course it's because he himself is suffering, that he's able to see that this other creature's suffering, he suffered the same thing, but also if this creature, that's the ultimate crux of that relationship was, if Gollum can come back, meaning if Smeagol can be pulled out from that, then there's hope for me at the end of all this.
Well, I was just wondering if any of us fancied having a kind of impromptu dance party.